All right, Leatherman Garage Batch number 2 is going to be released at 9 a.m. Pacific time on the 14th of June. And we only have one picture of it so far, but I immediately had an idea of at least the base platform that they were going with here. They're going to be using essentially some variant of the Charge series. You can see quite clearly the diamond file present as well as the straight blade. Essentially, you're getting this profile right here where you have a file and, in this case, the straight blade. Now, the materials they're using for scales look quite interesting. It's definitely clear that they are using the proprietary knurled nuts versus screws in this case. And other than that, we don't know much more about it. But what I'm thinking is, if they're going with something, a tried and true platform like the Charge, which is a great platform, one of the more ergonomics. In fact, I think other than price, it's definitely better than the Wave. I'm curious to see what they're going to change on this tool, what they're going to implement that might give them advantages down the line. So this will be really, really interesting. And I will be trying to pick one up. I have a friend who actually is going to help me out because I don't want to necessarily keep them, but he's going to take it off my hands and I'm going to get it to him in another country. But maybe I don't get it because we need to talk about the fact that there's only going to be 900 of these things. I don't understand what they're doing. I kind of was under the impression that there was only 1,000 of the Mr. Crunch because of the tradition, the fact that he got 1,000 for his first order. I figured, with the garage, a run of maybe 2,000 to 5,000 made more sense, at least enough that you could actually, justify all the tooling that you would have to do for a new tool of some sort. It doesn't seem like they're doing that here. So it makes me a little concerned about what the price of this thing may be. Because in order for them to really make a profit, I can't see this tool being less than $200 like the Mr. Crunch. In fact, there's a good chance this tool might be well over the $200 price point. This could be as much as $300, because it will instantly sell out. Within 15 minutes of that time frame, you should expect everything to be gone for the most part. I'm hoping, though, in this run, if they're smart, they will prevent people from buying more than one of these things. When we released the Mr. Crunch, now I got one. I didn't know exactly when it was getting released, nor did anyone else. And they were selling on eBay for almost $1,000. And people were buying them. So this has fewer. We now know when it's going to be released. And people are going to be ready to snipe these things. So I think that's kind of unfortunate. I think there's a good chance that even if I'm paying attention, I may not even get one. So that's unfortunate. The other thing that they've shown they can do, but they haven't completed the whole process, is developing some hype for their tools. Now, I know with only 900, you don't want to overdo it because not everyone's going to get access to them. But a couple of days out, we're only 4 days away, and we're just now starting to get emails from it. It seems like the way they've taken these pictures, where they've done this like fuzzy background, is exactly what I've been talking about. You should be doing that with all of your releases, but doing it over the course of a 3-month period leading up to the release of the tool. Just kind of to get people's juices flowing, get people excited about a new tool. Now, obviously, this is a garage limited edition, so there's only going to be 900 of them. So I guess I understand why they don't want to overdo it, because I think after this, I think a lot of people are going to be disappointed that they never had a chance at it. And everyone knows this is free money at this point, right? We all know that buying one of these and reselling it is going to double or triple your money. Everyone knows this now. It's not like this is, anyway, it's just unfortunate because what they're saying they're going for and what they're actually getting out of this are two very different things. They said they want to try out new things. Well, they're just making it, but they're not getting any feedback for it. It's rare that someone like me gets a hold of them now at this point because of the way they're releasing these products. Everyone's going to know when it's released, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on the 14th. And there's only 900. God forbid they allow you to buy 2 of them, which I hope they don't let you do. Because it doesn't really matter what it costs. Let's say they cost $500 a piece. And I know the people going, $500 for Leatherman. It doesn't matter what the price is for these. They will all be gone within a half hour. And their prices will be double or triple on the secondary market, bare minimum. Now, the knife community has known about this process for a long time. It's something that irks a lot of people, but it's a real thing. And it doesn't matter whether it's knives, sneakers, certain types of clothing, purses, you name it. This concept of being, early bird gets the worm kind of thing, and then reselling it has been around for, well, forever. So I know this is going to make people frustrated, and certainly I would love to show you guys the tool set before I send it off to its eventual owner, but that may not happen. What I will say, and just because people were wondering, what is this? Well, it's clearly a version of the Leatherman Charge. You can tell by the pressure plate. You can tell by the fact that it's using the wave style diamond file. You can see the pivot and the shape of the handle, the cutout for the file. It's definitely some form of a Leatherman Charge. Not a bad platform, by the way, to test some things out, since it's so well, it's such a good platform. But, most of us will never know. Even if we did have the opportunity, something that's going to be at least 200 and probably as much as 300 is probably not something we can just try. Now, I think people may anyway, knowing that they could immediately get their money back, which they will absolutely be able to do. So if you do snag one, you certainly can resell it for more than you paid for it. That's a guarantee at this point. And that's not surprising, because every limited release, whether it was the Damascus charges that came out and basically are unobtainium now, or the Leatherman Mr. Crunch, which I've shown you guys, it's limited releases, okay? Don't be too upset, right? The people who are buying these aren't users, right? And these tools that they're making aren't designed to really be used. It would be kind of crazy to use one of these tools. They're just worth too much money. My tool, in fact, is sitting in a box, and I haven't used it. In fact, I have an idea of what to do about it, and it's going to happen at the end of this year, when we bring all the tools together that were released this year, except for this current garage number 2, because I didn't expect this one. And after that, I have something really interesting that I'm going to do with it, hopefully. But just wanted to let you guys know that not only is this coming, but to kind of give you an idea of what you could expect by the tool itself, because we may not know what it is till maybe the night before, like they did with the Mr. Crunch, where people find out like right before that, like in 2 places, not a lot of places, but a couple of places, they showed pictures of the tool. And yeah, I'm not sure if I'll make a second video for that, but I will probably post some pictures of whatever they spoil in the community section. If I don't get one, I will talk about it in an upcoming video, but just thought you guys should know. Anyway, thanks for your time, and we'll talk again soon.